Hi, so as I am making this video at the moment, black people, Africans in Tunisia, are hiding for their own lives from xenophobic Tunisian on orders from the Tunisian president. Yes, you heard me right. The Tunisian president has called upon xenophobic Tunisians to hunt down black Africans and I think hurt them. And I've seen some images and videos on TikTok and on social media showing young black women being attacked, brutally by Tunisians because their president, who is, running away from economic trouble in that country, has turned on inciting the people in Tunisia to attack black Africans. According to several articles on New York Times, Al Jazeera, and even on Bloomberg, the story is that Nigerians, Ivorians, people from Guinea, and other Africans were attacked in Tunisia as the president, Said, accused migrants of trying to make the country, that is Tunisia, less Arabic and more of African. He didn't even say black, he said more of Africans. These were his exact words according to the New York Times. So he says that the president declared migrants from other parts of Africa as pawns in a criminal plot to make his predominantly Arab and Muslim nation a purely African country. And he goes ahead to say the unspoken goal behind these successive waves of irregular migration is to consider Tunisia a purely African country with no affiliation to the Arab and the Islamic nations. And after this President Kais Saied said this, a lot of Tunisians who are xenophobic, and racist, most of them are, went to the streets looking for black Africans. And unsuspecting black African students, female students, were attacked by a group of Tunisians and hurt badly. I've seen those images. I don't want to share them here, but they were attacked. Those ladies were attacked. They're from, I think, Ivory Coast. They study in a university in Tunisia. Now I hope you understand, or you get the full picture. You understand what we are dealing with here. So we have a country where the president asks the citizens of that country to start xenophobic attacks, and this country is still part of the African Union. So I hope in coming weeks, the African Union will ask Tunisia to leave. We can't have that kind of a country in our organization pretending to be Africans while the president is calling the citizens of that country to attack us. But you understand the mentality of these people because, these are Arabs. They invaded that country in 697 or almost 700 years, 700 AD. So about 1,300 years ago, they came to that region to spread Islam. So in 700 AD, that's when they captured that region. And they found different tribes. They found different tribes. They found the Berbers. They found the Amazighi people. I think they are still confused as Berbers. They also found, black people from Mali and Chad. They were in that country in Tunisia. So it was a land of nomadic tribes, different nomadic tribes. So once they captured Tunisia to spread their Islam, they stayed with the ones that they were close to, because I think the Amazigh people had originally left Asia or Yemen to come to that region as nomadic tribes. So they were their long-lost cousin, if you can say that. But they kicked out the black tribes and pushed them to Chad and Mali. That's what happened. And then conquered that territory. The same thing applies to Morocco and Libya. That is the history. So that's why they do not consider themselves Africans, because it's true, they came from Arabia and they conquered those lands when they were spreading Islam. But they see us as slaves, because when they were conquering that region, they would capture black people and enslave them against their own will. So these people come to your ancestral land and make you a slave. That is what they did. And today, in 2023, we have a president saying that our people want to turn that country black and not Arab, as if originally it was Arabic. It wasn't. And that has been the trend with these invaders. People invade African countries. We have people in South Africa who invaded that country, and they keep saying that they're Africans, even though we know they came from the Netherlands. We have people in Egypt, Arabs, pretending that the waters of the Nile belong to them, even though we know that they came to Egypt as invaders and even kicked out the black people they found there and tried to rename it. Egypt was called Kemet. Kemet means black, so land of the black people. So they came and called it Misri, you know. So you understand, these are the same people we have in the African Union. And the only time they consider themselves African is when they are qualifying for the World Cup. And other time is when they want to occupy the UN Security Council seat reserved for Africa. So they go there saying that we are here on behalf of Africa. But any other time, they consider themselves not Africans. And in my country, I've seen a lot of trade between my country and Tunisia. We have a lot of textile and clothes and shoes manufactured in Tunisia being sold in our stores as premium clothes. So I hope going forward, we are going to ask the government to kick those traders out of our country. We don't want Tunisian products in our shops. And we don't want to see Tunisia in the African Union and any other body that is African. We don't want to see Tunisia. This is not an issue of an apology. We don't want an apology. We want Tunisia kicked out of the African Union. And any embassy, Tunisian embassy in Pan-African countries, they need to ask that embassy to close. I don't see why we would be, we need to drain the swamp. We have these serpents in our swamp, and it's about time we did the draining.